This is John Black, Super Chemist, here to tell you how to get Celite. What is Celite? It's basically just diatomaceous earth, or however you pronounce that. Um, it's basically, like it said here, listed, what does that say? About kills listed insects on contact. You can use it to kill ants, and it dries out their exoskeleton or something like that. But anyways, Celite is just a brand name of diatomaceous earth. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually, because this is really fine stuff. I'm not sure how fine Celite is that is used in chemistry. Um, so if anyone knows, let me know if they've ever used this, if they've, there are other grades of this that you can buy online. I don't know about walking into a store and getting it. It's usually a fine powder in the store. But if anyone knows, let me know. Okay. So you can buy this at Lowe's. I got this at Lowe's. Garden safe. Sometimes they'll put poison in with it. You don't want the stuff with the poison. You just want pure diatomaceous earth. You can always go home and look up the MSDS, you know what I mean, make sure, or read the back or whatever. What is this used for? You'll see a lot of times, in instructions or stuff, they'll say Celite, use Celite to filter. And what this stuff is it's like the fossilized remains of, there's a bug called a diatom, and when it dies, its hard shell kind of fossilizes, and that's basically what it is. It's 80 to 90% silica, silicon dioxide, maybe 2 to 4% alumina, and maybe 1 or 2% iron oxide. Basically, it's a powder. It's real powdery, and it absorbs stuff because it's like porous. It has a lot of pores in it, like pumice, and that's useful for absorbing stuff. And when you're filtering stuff, and you got these little particles that just won't filter. They just keep going right through the filter paper, right through the frit. You can use Celite. Sometimes you can use activated carbon, but this is supposed to be better. I've never actually used it. But you put it in the filter, you know what I mean, and you put your stuff through the filter, and then all that fine stuff gets stuck in these little pores of this diatomaceous earth, this Celite. And that way you can finally get that crap out. Or sometimes discoloration. And the same with the activated carbon. Sometimes you can use activated carbon to filter out a liquid that has a bad tint to it when it should be colorless. This same thing here. But mainly it's for the fine particles. When you have those fine particles that you just filter and filter and filter and filter and filter, you never seem to get them out. You know what I mean? You have to filter them 1,000 million times. Maybe try this. Throw a little in, layer of this on, and then filter your stuff through it. And then it goes through this in the filter paper, and it should take out all those small particles of stuff. And like I said, this absorbs stuff, and I think the guy who discovered nitroglycerin, he needed something to put the nitroglycerin in because everyone was just blowing up. It was so unstable. So just like when you make sodium silica gel, just like that, you want the sodium to be absorbed into the silica gel. That way it's not as reactive, and you'll cut down on fires when you do your reaction. This is the same deal with the nitroglycerin. When it gets absorbed into the pores, it becomes more stable, and you can transport it. And that mixture, he patented that mixture of the Celite, or diatomaceous earth, and nitroglycerin, and he called it dynamite. Like I said, Celite's the actual brand name of it that's used. When you hear Celite, you know that it's diatomaceous earth for a chemist. You know what I mean? That's basically just means it's for a chemist. When you get this, remember, don't get no uh, scents in it. You know, if it might say, oh, it smells good because they put some kind of perfume in it, don't get that. If it says it put poison in it, don't get that. um, and this is good for other catalysts. You can absorb catalyst up in this. I wonder if you can absorb sodium into it. I don't even know. But nickel can be supported on it. So that you can, you know, like for a hydrogenation catalyst, you absorb the nickel onto here and it would be better. Um, it improves the activity. And when you're using this to absorb metals, you know, like I said, nickel and maybe even sodium, I don't know, I'd have to check into this. I would guess, and I'm just guessing on this part now, I would guess you need a different mesh size. And by mesh size, I mean they crushed this up into a fine powder. I would think that you need bigger particles than a fine powder. I'd have to look into it. But just to let you know what I mean. Like I said, I've never used this. If anyone's ever had Celite, the actual diatomic earth that the company is calling Celite, if you've ever seen it and held it in your hand, let me know. What does it look? Is it more like a salt, where it's not powdery, or is it more like a flour? Uh, is it more even bigger sizes? Because like I said, it does come from a bug. I don't know how big a diatom or whatever bug. I don't know what size they get to be, to make the fossils that this comes from. But you may just need the raw material. I don't know. But if anyone's ever seen Celite, post in the thing and let me know. I'm curious. And also remember that when this is very, very fine stuff. It's very powdery. Um, you know what I mean? It gets in the air and stays there. These little particles. If you inhale those particles, you will get silicosis or something like that. I hate to say silly. Silicosis. I don't know, but it's the silicon form of some type of lung cancer or something, bad with your lungs. So you're getting that silicon in there. You know what I mean? That's not good to be breathing sand. So that's basically what you're doing is you're breathing sand if you breathe this. So that's basically it on the video, I guess. It's it's Celite diatomaceous earth. You can buy it anywhere, probably at Walmart, Lowe's. When I say Lowe's, I mean hardware stores, department stores. You might even be able to get this in some grocery stores. Um, it's pretty cheap. I forget what I paid for it, but I have a whole bag now. And I will be back probably in another month and a half, and I will be doing more experiments then. Until then, I'm either putting up old videos on some channels or I already put those old videos up and I'm just waiting. But soon I'll be putting up new videos of new experiments instead of me just talking about experiments. Anyways, y'all have a great day, and always remember science is great.